The federal government is now assessing Milton's damage and also racing to support local emergency officials after not one but two monster storms in just a matter of days. Earlier today, President Biden held a meeting in the Situation Room with the Coast Guard and FEMA before his director of Homeland Security briefed the press on the situation and the role that the Pentagon, Coast Guard and FEMA are all playing. And joining us now from Tallahassee, Florida, is senior FEMA official Willie Nunn. Mr. Nunn, thank you so much for joining us. Earlier today, Governor DeSantis confirmed communication with the White House and FEMA, and he said that there are plans to expedite federal assistance. What's the timeline there? When can people expect it?
Yes, ma'am. Already before the storm hit, pre-landfall, President Biden approved emergency declaration that allow for emergency protective measure and also to get resources into the state and also to assist the state to make sure they have the resources they need. We're standing by and ready when the state, as the state requests additional services that we can provide, and we're ready to execute that as it's given to us.
And we know that at some point more than 3 million Floridians were without power and that linemen were pre-positioned ahead of the storm. But at today's press briefing, DHS Secretary Mayorkas said that it's, quote, unclear just how long it's going to take for power to be restored. Do you have any timeline on that?
Not a timeline, ma'am, but I could say this. With the 50,000 folks that are working around the clock, we too at FEMA have experts around with power teams that can give technical assistance if required. And so we're standing by to assist as the state moves forward.
Secretary Mayorkas had another big moment during today's briefing regarding misinformation when asked by our own Mary Bruce to comment, and I'd like to play that for you.
We are seeing horrific hate speech of all types propagated on online platforms. That deplorable speech has an impact on people's lives, and it is also a motivating force for people to do harm, and it has got to stop.
Mayorkas said that his websites call FEMA personnel, quote, enemies of the state. How do you respond to that idea that your own FEMA colleagues are being threatened while trying to help others?
Well, ma'am, our first priority is to help the disaster survivors. And the other priority is to make sure that those people we bring in to help are safe. What rumors do to us is not only to us, but also to the survivors who are trying to help. It erodes trust, and we need to make sure that they come seek out that help because we're there to help them, to give them the disaster assistance that they need.
For you, we have at least 2 months left of a standard hurricane season. How is the administration preparing for the rest of the season? Do we have the funding to prepare and recover from another potential major natural disaster?
Yes, ma'am. We were at the continuing resolution that was passed late last month. FEMA was fully funded. We are ready and have the resources and the people resources ready to go. And even if we have more disasters that come forward, we have processes in place to ensure that we have life-sustaining, life-saving capability to continue. So, and if we need more, we will ask for more. As for now, we have what we need, and we're postured here in Florida and throughout the U.S. Being ready to respond.
All right, well, that is good to know. Senior FEMA official Willie Nunn, we thank you so much for your time.